Judge, that's specific to,
24 DCCR 1615.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
I want to request community supervision under the guise of my dependency testimony.
It's already been, the application for community supervision has already been filed. Your attorney helped you do that. You do have to make sure, and that the jury knows that you've never been convicted, though, and you are required to put that evidence.
Okay.
But the application's already been done, and it's in the court charge that I gave you the opportunity to already review.
Is that basically a statement of like house arrest or something along the lines of that, or
It-
probationary?
If the jury gives you probation, then I would be able to go over what that means with you
Okay.
in the conditions.
Do you feel like it's legal? This will probably be the best, sort of.
Hold on, the jury's coming in. Let's talk about it when we have a minute. Okay.
Rights.
But my understanding of the word understanding, I understand what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
But your understanding, my understanding of the word understand is two different understandings. So
But you're saying by your understanding, you understand. Is that what you're saying, sir?
I'm assuming.
Okay.
All right, let the record reflect the jury is seated. State's attorney is present. Mr. Hill is present. Mr. Nichols, do you wish to make an opening statement for punishment?
Briefly, Your Honor.
Go ahead, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your guilty verdict. I know y'all gave it consideration. I know y'all asked important questions that y'all wanted to explore the evidence. I appreciate y'all taking the time to do that and getting it right. What the second phase is, what punishment is y'all decide what to do with the trail. And I'm going to be presenting evidence to give you maybe a bigger view of who he truly is, how he's acted while in custody, other things he's done. And I think that'll give you a big picture and help you make the right decision on punishment. So I look forward to doing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Mr. Hill, you are entitled to make a short opening statement if you would like at this time, or you can wait and do that after the state rest and punishment. What would you like to do?
Just continue my defense as before.
Okay,
On the statements of the paperwork that you provided me, on the state of Texas versus Training Hill. It clearly says if the state provides a defense deal beyond a reasonable doubt, then
speak up, please.
Then of course, every element of the offense beyond a reasonable doubt has to be presumed and.
So, Mr. Hill. Okay, I'm going to stop you there now. So the jury's already found you guilty. And what we're here now for is to talk about punishment and what the punishment's going to be. So if you want to make just like Mr. Nichols did, he took just 2 minutes, made a quick opening statement. If you'd like to make an opening statement, that's fine. If not, you'll be given an opportunity to testify again in punishment if you would like at the appropriate time. Do you want to make an opening statement or wait for your opportunity to speak on the stand?
I want to go through the process and ask for community supervision, just due to the guys of the fact that there is no evidence to be acquitted throughout the process of this. I'm not a problem to put any public discretion or anything like that.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Nichols, you may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will call Correctional Officer Hughes.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Hi. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this trial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Thank you. You can have a seat right there, ma'am. And I feel just that the seats, it's a little uncomfortable. I just pull that microphone, try to speak loudly and clear into it so that everybody can hear you. Yes, ma'am. All right, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you please introduce yourself to the jury and spell your name for me?
My name is Stephanie Hughes, STEPHANIE, and then last name Hughes, HUGHES.
And Officer Hughes, what do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm currently a correctional officer with the Jefferson County Correctional Facility,
How long have you done that?
4.5 years.
And what kind of job duty do you have at the Jefferson County Correctional Facility?
I maintain the security and safety for all inmates, also civilians that come around the unit.
Okay. Are you familiar with an inmate named Traylon Hill?
I am.
And let's see, have you had occasion to report him for any behavior? Ms. May,
Yes, sir.
specifically, on or about October 18th, 2025, did you witness an incident?
Yes, sir.
And I know you have a copy of your narrative there with you. If you need to refer to it to refresh your memory, just ask, okay?
Yeah,
So what
you-
happened on October 18th last year?
From what I recall, I was in the process of doing med pass, and during that time, the nurses are coming from other sides of the unit, and so when he's in the ISO cell, we had to come from Mary Dorm, and coming from Mary Dorm, there's 3 doors. So when she was coming out from,
Just ask you to slow down just a
Sorry.
little, because the court reporter's taking down everything we
Sorry.
say. And I know, it's kind of your job terminology.
Mhm.
When you say married, what does that mean?
it's going to be in the maximum security unit.
M for max, right?
Yes,
And med pass is what? Make sure inmates get their medication?
correct.
Okay, go on.
So when the nurse was asked to come through the Mary isolation cell, I was asked the picket officer to roll Mary 102, which is the main door that comes through the ISOs on Mary's side. And when I approached Traylon Hill's cell, obviously we have an observation window that we have to look into. And at that time, when I looked in there, he was masturbating and he
Okay.
refused to stop.
Is it against the rules for an inmate to be masturbating in their cell?
Correct.
Why is that?
It's because it's considered PREA. Any type of sexual activity that you do in a jail facility, you can be written up and charges can be pressed against you.
Do you recognize Traylon Hill in the courtroom?
I do.
Can you point him out for me? Tell me something he's wearing.
He's right here wearing a white button-up long sleeve.
Thank you. Your Honor, may the record reflect this witness has identified Lieutenant Traylon Hill.
The record will so reflect.
And is that have you had other incidents with inmate Hill?
Yes, sir.
Like what?
There is a time when I was working the backside of visitation. Usually as an officer that's back there, we're waiting for inmates to be transported to us. And in the process, when he was coming up, he was making sexual comments saying, "Oh, Miss Hughes, you look hot. Oh, can I hit you up later?" Certain things along that lines. And then when his visitation was done, at the end, he would be doing the same thing, making
Is that something he's done on one or on multiple occasions?
multiple occasions.
And is that disrespectful to you and other officers?
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to tell the jury?
Not that I can recall. I just know just from my previous reports, if I were to read them, there's substantial evidence on those.
You've had to report him for behavior on multiple occasions, haven't you?
Correct.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes. I'll pass it with Sean.
Thank you. Do you have any questions of this witness, Mr. Hill?
I don't really know him. I haven't talked to him.
Do you have a question?
So I really doubt the fact of any of that to be actually.
Again, do you have a question of this witness?
Why are you lying? And are you getting paid to say this on stand, and what does this have to do with this case?
One question at a time.
Can you repeat?
Just one
that?
question at a time.
Are you getting paid to say this on stand?
No, not that I recall.
What do you have to do with my case?
I'm just here to testify against you.
Do you work at the Jefferson County facility?
Yes.
Do y'all have the right to solicitate inmates?
No.
Do they throw doodle in the in-dorm ward on maybe a daily basis or every other day?
Yes, but I was not around there during those incidences.
Not saying that you were, but is it true that multiple inmates throw doodle on a daily basis? In effect of.
Objection, Your Honor, she stated she hasn't been present or anything like that.
Did
Sustained.
you start interrupting me?
That's what an objection is, Mr. Hill.
Ask another question.
So, what other officers can say that I have done jacked off in my cell? And what is that? You can answer that question.
Can you rephrase that question? That was a little
What
confusing.
other officers can say that I have jacked off in my cell?
I can't recall or say anything that another officer has done against you, so I'm only testifying against myself. For that.
Are female officers allowed to walk the run inside the in-dorm section?
You're talking about a Nordorm on the floor?
Yes.
Yes, females are allowed to walk on the floor if needed to make rounds if there's situations going on in Nordorm.
Do you know any captain, sergeant, or lieutenants in the facility?
I know all of them.
In this process, can you say that these officers justly answer any of the grievances sent in?
I could not answer that. I don't have access to that.
Okay.
It just keeps
And
getting
you say
better.
that these officers go through the process and write individuals up every time, per se,
Objection, Your Honor, she can't really,
individuals
Testifies
go through the
what?
process.
Hold on, if there's an objection, you have to stop with your question until I hear the objection.
I think she has said she does not know how they respond to grievances or what information goes into that, so I don't think she can answer that question.
Ask your question that you were trying to ask again,
If you don't mind me asking you, Ms. Garcia,
Ms. Hughes.
Ms. Hughes, do y'all get paid to go through the pro, do y'all get extra bonus pay for going through the process of writing inmates up?
No,
What is the inference on the idea of writing inmates up in the process of being in a dorm room with multiple inmates in the public area dorm room instead of isolation? dorm
can
room?
you rephrase that question because that's confusing?
Do you usually work I'm guessing it's public, the public dorm rooms?
I have worked all areas on that unit.
On the main basis, do you work public dorm rooms,
Are you talking about maximum, medium security and general population dorm?
general population?
I've worked
What?
all dorms on the unit besides booking.
I understand that, but more often than not.
No, I've literally worked at least a minimum a year in every single area.
Can you prove, I understand that, but that's not exactly answering my question. Can you prove that you work maximum security on a daily basis or even a bi-daily basis?
You can access it through Schedule Pro and a supervisor will be able to print out my schedule.
So would you say that would you say you'd rather work the dorm ward than the pub? general
Females are
population?
normally not allowed to work the floor on Nora dorm. They only work the isolation cells on Mary and Nora side.
When was the last time you seen me in an isolation cell?
I do not recall.
Have you accessed any of my own personal information
What do you mean by that?
as an inmate in Jefferson County facility?
I can have access to all incident reports. I'm in the dorm when I'm going through. Usually for me, myself, I like to get history and some kind of background of information before going into the dorm sometimes, just so I can be aware of what I'm dealing with in the dorm and how I can handle it.
Would you say that the idea of an inmate jacking off could be a reason to, per se, make sure an inmate is restrained or sent to a suicide cell
I can't answer that.
or isolation cell?
I can't answer that.
Okay, let me rephrase it then, if you don't mind me doing that for you. Because I disagree. Would you say that masturbation is a dominant problem for me
Yes,
inside of the facility?
yes.
Yeah, what?
Now, in the fact of you saying that, why would you feel that this is a dominant problem due to you working at the facility?
Can you rephrase that one more time?
Why would you say that this is a dominant problem due to you work at the facility?
On multiple occasions, you have masturbated on multiple staff or female and on the nursing staff.
How many write-ups have you given me?
I do not recall.
Could I do this?
I mean,
I am not sure. I would have to go look into the computer program to see how many times I break you up.
it's
So
a
would
good
you say
answer.
this is, per se, giving you maybe traumatic stress?
I would say it's very offensive and it's considered as an assault.
So have you written me up on assault about the fact? Or have you tried to file any charges on the idea that?
No, I have not pressed any charges.
Is this something regular that inmates do other than me, an idea in the general population?
Majority of the time, we do not have inmates in general population dorms that masturbate. It's usually in the medium security, maximum security dorms.
So is it true that if you open up the cameras on the facility, the captain has a TV about this large inside the facility and is able to view men and women in the showers in the captain's office?
I'm not sure. I have not seen that in the captain's office.
This can be proved. In the idea, women usually work. Y'all have a demographic half and half of women and men in the facility, correct?
I wouldn't say it's half and half.
Okay. About how many co-workers do you say work the facility on a daily basis?
Just for the unit that I know, it's at least 40, and then there's other areas on the unit where other officers work.
Okay, so how many women can attest to this, that I masturbate or even know my name or can say that they would be up on ideas?
Now, I've heard from other officers, but they can only attest to your situation. I can't speak for them.
Okay, thank you. And I'm not done yet. I know I'm probably asking you a lot of questions, but this is more affirmation to the idea that in the idea of me being inside of an isolation ward for a prolonged period of time, uh would you say that a lot of inmates have to go through the process of depression in this facility?
Depending on their situation, their circumstances, they can.
Okay. And there's no access to be able to even hug your family members inside of this facility.
There is no contact within our facility for outside people to come visit.
How many times can you say that you've seen me over 10 times outside going to visitation? Or can you say that I have been over to visitation over 10 times? Just 10, I'll just say 10 times. I've been in for 2 years.
Out of the 4.5 years that I've been there and being on 3 to 11 shift, I would say approximately that I can think of off the top of my head, you've gone to visitation at least 10 times.
Okay. Would you say that I have ever disrespected you in a manner of purposely speaking to you derogatorily in a demeanor
Yes,
of person that you are harassing you?
it was more of sexual harassment
Okay.
and solicitation.
Okay. And is this you like I asked one time before? I just want to make sure, just to double check. I've asked a lot of questions. This is a usual thing for inmates to be masturbating in the facility, right?
It's not a usual occurrence. It's only on certain inmates that want to get gratified.
Okay. Now, in the general population area, is it true? Is it true that the showers are right behind where y'all are seated at, or usually right behind, so y'all have access to make sure that no inmates are going through the process of being sexually implicit towards one another in general population?
Can you rephrase that question?
Can I give a little bit of example? Stand right quick. When y'all on general population, y'all are usually seated right here. I haven't been in general population in 2 years. I'll explain more. When y'all seated there, usually it's a small barrier and y'all can peek in over y'all head.
You're talking about the
shower.
sink wall?
Yeah, it's the restroom and it's also a shower capacity area right behind where y'all seated.
By the officer's desk, yes, there is the officer's desk, and then you have the sink wall, and then we were able to look over to see if any type of activity is going on there, just to make sure everybody's safe and sound.
Are inmates required to go through the process to shower with, do they have to go through the power and shower with their clothes on, or can they shower naked?
It's however they want to. That's depending on that person. I can't speak for them.
So they aren't required to shower with clothes on.
No.
So are men naked behind y'all on a daily basis?
In a secured area, which is the shower. If you're trying to refer to other inmates, I can't speak on the incident because I'm only referring to you.
Okay, and I understand that. Thank you for asking me that. Or thank you for telling me that. In the process, I want to say, so would you say you never how many inmates have you dealt with in the past? How long have you been working there?
4.5 years.
How many inmates have you dealt with that have maybe masturbated, or you've seen even grabbing their own penis?
I have lost count.
Okay. In the process of an inmate grabbing their penis or their own genital area, is it adamant that you have to go through the process and write them up just because they're holding their penis?
I have to write them up.
Okay. Is it true that you do not have to write them up?
No, in all incidents that you deal with an inmate, you usually either do an informational or you do a disciplinary infraction on that person.
Okay. Now I want to ask you this, and I don't want to rule you or anything like that because I know how it feels to be ruled for no reason. But Tasiba stuff. Okay, my bad. I have a little bit of someone. Yeah, but in the process, would you have ever said that I have been kind to you? say anything, how you doing, how your day is going, or are you saying that every time you see me that I am disrespectful to you in any type of manner?
Usually whenever you do approach, you do say something like, how are you doing? How's your day going? And after that, that's when you decide to be disrespectful and say derogatory comments, or you try to solicit officers.
I disagree. You can prove that when you get a chance. That's all I don't wanna end it there. What other male officers can you say can provide proof of this?
I can attest for another officer's testimony.
Okay, cool. Other than a write-up, do you have any exceptional proof that I've done it?
Just by visual of seeing you either in an isolation cell or on the run. And that would be either Mary or Norm.
Okay, that's all I ask. I don't know you personally.
Any other question? You're done?
Yep.
Any other questions, Mr. Nichols?
No, Your Honor, that's Officer usually released.
Thank you, ma'am. You're excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
You may call your next witness.
They call Dylan Kegley.
What's the last name again? I'm sorry.
Kegley?
Thank you.
Or basically pulled anything out. So you can talk with your attorney about that.
Yeah, ma'am. Well, I'm gonna expose myself. And
You swear from the testimony you're going to give in this trial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. You can have a seat. Officer, I'll just ask if you kind of make sure that microphone's as close as you can be. Speak loudly and clearly so everybody can hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, officer. Would you introduce yourself to the jury and then please spell your name for the court reporter, please?
I'm Lieutenant Dylan Kegley. That's Dilllion. Kegley, Kegley.
And Lieutenant Kegley, what do you do for a living?
I'm a supervisor for the Jefferson County Jail.
And what do you do kind of day to day?
Day to day, I make rounds through the facility. I make sure that the jail staff works where they work. And I currently run the 3D11 shift. My job entitles me to ensure that all officers are doing their job correctly and that all the inmates are abiding by the rules and the policies of the jail.
What was your job description, job duty, last year in August, around the 17th of August, 2025?
I was the MAC supervisor. I was a sergeant on the 11 to 7 shift.
11 p.m. to 7 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're working essentially a graveyard shift at
Correct.
that time. Did you have an incident around the 17th where you had to come in contact with inmate Traylon Hill?
Yes, sir.
Do you see Traylon Hill in the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
Could you point him out and identify him by something he's wearing, please?
He's sitting right there at the table wearing a white shirt.
Thank you. Your Honor, for the record, please reflect that this witness has identified the defendant, Traylon Hill.
The record will so reflect.
So what was the nature of your interaction with Traylon Hill on the 17th of August?
I was given an order, well, a request from my lieutenant at the time. He advised me that he needed 2 individuals moved from one cell to the other. So I had arrived back at Mary Dorm, which is one of our maximum security facilities. And I went to the cell that housed Mr. Traylon Hill, and I advised him that he was being moved next door to Nordorm at the request of the lieutenant that was over the maximum security of that night.
Do you recall his demeanor or how he reacted to that news?
Upon arriving to the cell, he was laying in his bunk when I asked him to step up and come to the door and notified him that he was going to be moved. He started to get uncompliant and aggressive, started cursing at me and the officers that were there.
So what did you do to either calm down the situation or enforce the rule?
So after trying to give multiple commands for him to calm down and submit to hand restraints, he was still steady getting upset with the officers that were standing. So I had asked the officers to step over to the side so I can try to de-escalate further and speak to him. And that did not work. I still tried to talk to him and he was still getting aggressive. So at that point, I decided that I would step away to go get my pepper ball launcher because he had previously, upon me arriving, had tied blankets above his cell to block any view
Okay,
from into the cell.
2 questions about that. Why would he tie blankets up in his cell? Or why would any inmate do that?
An inmate, typically, if they block the cell view from an officer, they may be trying to do anything that they're trying to hide from us that we can't see. So when they cover the cells with their blankets, it's considered contraband. We typically ask them to take it down. Upon me arriving,
Is it dangerous for y'all to not be able to see an inmate and know what they're doing?
yes, sir.
And so you mentioned a pepper ball gun. Can you describe for the jury what that is?
So the pepper ball launcher is a launcher device that we have pepper balls in, full of pepper spray, well, it's pepper powder. That the effective range on it is a little bit further than the pepper spray that we may have. Typically, we use those for cell extractions or anybody we can't get with our pepper spray if they're hiding. In this instance, he was behind a blanket. The shield, if you will, with his blanket would prevent me from utilizing the pepper spray effectively. So I had to get the pepper ball launcher so I can saturate the cell that way without
Are you shooting the inmate with the pepper ball?
negative, sir. I was shooting around the cell so that the dust could fill the cell so that he would become compliant.
And you're trying to force him out of the cell and he's refused. And the only reason you're doing this is because he's refusing up to that point. Is that correct?
At that moment, correct. I did not start launching the pepper ball launcher. I deployed it one time after he continued to refuse my commands to submit to hand restraints, after which he still did not comply, and that's why I utilized the pepper ball launcher.
Now, did anything out of the ordinary happen when you started using your pepper launcher?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
Before I deployed the pepper ball launcher, I had informed Mr. Hill that if he did not comply with the order given to him, that we would utilize the pepper ball launcher. After I deployed the pepper ball launcher one time, Mr. Hill had propelled feces matter via a cup or a milk carton at my person, hit me in the side of my face and down the right side of my body.
I'm sorry, he did what to you?
He propelled fecal matter at me.
He threw feces on you?
Yes, sir.
Human waste.
Yes, sir.
How would an inmate do that? How does that work? How do they do that?
I'll be honest. They fill it up in a cup or a milk carton that they received during chow. How they do it, I'm not sure. I just know that they use these items to propel feces matter at the officers or other inmates.
And while you were using your pepper gun to get him to comply to cuff up and exit his cell, he threw this on you
Yes, sir.
and it hit you're on your face.
Correct.
Okay, what'd you do next?
After I was struck with the feces matter, I had continued utilizing the pepper ball launcher and giving commands to Mr. Hill, telling him to submit to hand restraints. He was in the back of the cell, still behind the blanket, refusing to comply. After a few more times utilizing the pepper ball launcher, I had informed him to lay down and place his hands behind his back so
Did he
we
do
could
that?
enter the cell.
Did he comply at that point?
After a few moments, he complied.
Now, normally, y'all don't run a body camera, do you?
We utilize our body camera with any interaction with the inmates.
So it comes on when you know you're having an issue, correct?
It comes on when we interact with any inmates.
And so, were you wearing one during this interaction with inmate Traylon Hill?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna, may I approach you on?
You may.
I'm gonna show you what I've marked as State's Exhibit 20. It's a thumb drive containing a recording of a body camera. Have you had an opportunity to review your body camera earlier today?
Yes, sir.
And does this thumb drive contain that recording? And was your body camera working properly to record your interaction with Traylon Hill?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, I'll offer an evidence, State's Exhibit 20.
Mr. Hill, do you have any objection to State's Exhibit number 20?
Please, so,
I just need to know if you have an objection or not, yes or no.
no.
Okay, it's admitted.
And your video is essentially in two parts. Your first interaction with inmate Hill, where you try to de-escalate the situation, and then the second interaction where you have the pepper gun, correct?
Correct.
Is there no audio?
It kicks on.
That's been 1 point.
Mr.
Y'all cut the video. Y'all cut the video. Show why I was compliant.
Is that
Show why I was
is that Mr.
compliant.
Hill's voice?
You trying to make me look bad.
Mr. Hill,
Show the whole video. You cut the video.
Mr. Hill,
I was packing my bags up. He came to me at 3 a.m. in the morning. Show what time you came 3 a.m. in the goddamn morning, and I was sleeping in bed. You
Mr.
came
Hill,
over here and mess with me for no reason. Y'all solicitate people and attack people when they they play gang member in there and they attack each other with feces. I have to protect myself with that. There's a jungle warfare in there. And
Mr.
then
Hill,
y'all play with inmates, master over slave with inmates, and y'all play side. I ain't throwing my money. I put all my watch me before we get for I should get out of here, go. I would have brought it out. I was gonna be over here.
Mr. Hill, just like we talked about at the beginning of the trial, if you continue to be disruptive, you're going to give me no choice but to have you removed from the courtroom. This is your trial.
Wow.
I don't want to have to do that, but I'm warning you now that you cannot continue to be disruptive like you are. Listen, so let the video play without yelling over it. The jury can make up their own mind what they see. You then will have an opportunity to question the witness, but you're going to do so in a calm and respectful manner. You're going to have
Probably messed up because they're playing the video, is my
This has
guess.
been admitted. It's going to be played through, and it's going to be played through without your interruption, or I will have you removed so that it can be played and they can hear and see the whole thing without interruption. Okay? Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Nichols.
Is that Mr. Hill's voice here?
Yes, sir.
My property. So I'm not gonna say a parent child, you can get out my face, because I ain't getting you. With your fat ass dick you got over there. That's what it is.
I'll step away for a second. Listen. No second.
Mr. Hill is next.
So, Lieutenant, when you asked the other correctional officers to step away, what was the purpose of that?
The purpose of that was, at that moment, it appeared that Mr. Traylon Hill had previously had an issue talking or speaking with the officer that was standing next to me. So I asked him to step away in an attempt to de-escalate the situation.
I told you. I'm
Mr.
gonna
Hill.
Come to the cell.
Mr. Hill, you're going to be given an opportunity to ask questions at the appropriate time. This is your second warning. Don't interrupt, or you're going to have to be removed from the courtroom. Go ahead.
And so Lieutenant, we saw you walk away at the end of that video. The next clip is when you return to his cell and you have that pepper gun at that point. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm tough up, man. I'm tough up. You want to feel good. So then over there, I already told you why they're moving you. Because they told me they were moving you. Step to the door, man. Step to the door. Step to the door. Before you step to the door. Step to the door. I'm only gonna give you one more chance, man. Shoot me, I'll shoot you there. Step to the door. Step to the door. Step to the door.
What did he say to you? If you shoot me, what?
He had made a statement if I shot the pepper ball launcher, that he would shit me down.
Shit? S-H-I-T or S-H-I-V?
SHIT, sir.
Shit you down, throw feces on you.
That is correct.
You step into the door? I'm attacking for you. Step to the door, man. Step to the door. Step to the door, man.
Now, at what point did he throw feces on you?
He had thrown feces on me at the beginning after I deployed the pepper ball launcher in one shot to the corner of the cell.
And that's when you stepped to your left. You can see on video.
Correct. And then he had made an attempt again to propel some more stuff at me. That's why you see me step further to the left again.
I'll back it up.
Step to the door. Step to the door, man. Lay it on the ground.
We can see he's got blankets blocking his cell. Is that interfering from your pepper gun doing its job?
Yes, sir. That's why, as you can see in the video, that's why I had to shoot around the blanket. And I was hitting the top and the sides of the cell, trying to saturate the cell and prevent any of the actual pepper ball itself striking the inmate.
And at this point, was it starting to take effect?
At this point, it was still appearing that he was being non-compliant.
Okay. Okay. Lay down on the ground. Lay on the ground. Lay on the ground. Oh, we lay on the ground. What you have? To where I can see you. Can you please? To where I can see you. The hands behind your back, put on the ground. On your stomach. Stomach. Get on your stomach. Stomach. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back, sir. I'm waiting on you. Waiting on you. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Waiting on you. The door. Yeah. You move, we're doing anything else and look these spray. You understand? Roll the weapon, sir. You want to be sprayed? And you matter. One that way.
So after all that, where's he being taken now?
He's being taken to the shower. We have a foyer area in between the Mary and Noradorm facilities. And that's where we take any individual that is pepper sprayed. We bring them to the shower area to decontaminate them.
And so even though you had to use the pepper ball to get compliance and endure throwing feces and threats and insults, after that, you gotta go clean him up before you even get to clean yourself up. Isn't that right?
That is correct.
Is this the kind of thing y'all deal with day in, day out the jail?
No, sir. This does not happen every day. They're few and far between that we actually go to this extreme. Most inmates, once we speak to them, we can de-escalate them properly.
But not with Traylon Hill on August 17th.
No, sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Password.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Mr. Hill, you can ask questions at this time.
Okay, I want to ask you before this, how many inmates can you prove have been written up over? How many inmates can you say you have tased in this facility?
You're asking me how many inmates I have tased in the facility?
Correct.
0.
Okay, how many times have you used this pepper mace ball gun?
How many times have I utilized the pepper ball
Yeah.
launcher?
Yeah.
I've only used the pepper ball launcher on the individuals who refuse to comply and come out of the cell.
How often do you walk around with this pepper ball gun, unlike any other police officer?
You advise police officer?
I want to call it a CO, correctional officer.
Okay. I do not walk around the facility with the pepper ball launcher. The pepper ball launcher or any of our non-lethal.
All right.
Our non-lethal devices, we have them secured in the office. And I go and I get it upon case-by-case basis when needed.
How long have I been in this facility?
How long have you been in the jail?
Correct.
I'm not sure, sir.
Okay. How long have you been working in the facility?
How long have I been employed with Jefferson County?
Yes.
This would make my 10th year, sir.
Okay, are you a lieutenant or a sergeant in the facility?
At this current moment,
Yes.
I'm a lieutenant.
Okay. How did you gain your position becoming a lieutenant?
Like any other superior that takes the test, we take a test, and then once you pass it, there's a board review, and then you get promoted.
In the process, what time in the morning did you go through the process of coming to commit to this situation?
As the camera states and shows, for the record, this happened approximately about 2 o'clock in the morning, sir.
What are individuals doing around 2 o'clock in the morning, usually in the facility?
Typically, they're usually sleeping. At
Okay,
this current moment, you were not.
so what was I doing if I was not sleeping, what was I doing at that time in the morning?
I am unaware, sir. I was asked to move you and transport you from one cell to another from my superior. And so that is what I went to do.
What was the reason for you to be able to go through the process to move me from a cell at 2 o'clock in the morning for no reason?
I just stated, sir, I was directed by my lieutenant to move you from one cell to the other.
So I remember going through the process. There were two other correctional officers going through the process that were working at this time. What were the other correctional officers working in doing at this time?
You're asking what they were or who they were?
Who they were?
As Officer Madry and Officer, I believe that was Officer Madry and Officer Hayward.
How many officers are usually working at the facility at a point in time?
Are you referring to the facility where you were housed or the
Yes,
jail in the whole, sir?
both.
I can't give you that information. In the current situation, the two officers on the floor, they were there present, and the officer in the picket.
Okay, am I usually a problem when it comes down to officers in the facility to be the type of person to be speaking derogatorily?
You asking me to define how you normally behave, sir?
Yes.
Typically, before this situation that occurred, you've had previous altercations of spitting on officers and supervisors.
Okay,
Leading up to this incident here, it was known, or it was made known to me that you were being moved for your behavior from Maridorm to Norwood.
is it typical for officers to go through the process of macing inmates or tasing them?
The officers do not have pepper spray or a taser, sir, only the supervisors.
I also want to say in this process, when it came down to this situation, did I confide in you to allow me to be able to get back into my bed and peacefully go back into my snow bed at 2 o'clock in the morning?
You have made the statement that you were going to lay down and that you were sleeping. But at this point, it was already given a command for you to move.
Now, in this process, I know it doesn't show it in the video, and I hope we can continue down on the video so we can see how I acted afterwards in the process. So we can make sure that in this process, maybe I may have apologized afterwards, or I may have discussed to him and said some things to him, hopefully. So we don't exclude anything. So any
If you want to play the rest of the video, do you have any issue with him?
No,
playing?
Your Honor.
No, I don't want right now, but if you give me a moment, I'll ask him a couple more questions that we still need. Is this your first time having to go through the process of dealing with me?
The first time of having to deal with you, sir?
Yes.
Negative. This is the first time that I've had a use of force with you,
Okay.
but I've dealt with you previously on north side, sir.
Have I ever spat on you?
Have you ever spat on me?
Yes, sir.
No, sir, not to my knowledge. That is why I asked the officers to step away, because prior to this situation, we generally had a good rapport.
Now, in this process, I want to ask you this. Do you see, you can see that fence right there, sir? Mr. Kennedy,
Can I see what?
can you see that fence right there?
Are you referring to the one on the right or the left, sir?
To the right, not the cell door.
Yes, sir.
Is it true that inmates have to sleep in front of these fence barricades?
Yes, sir. That is the day room.
This is the day room area for inmates to be able to walk around and run around and work out, correct?
That is correct.
I want to ask you this, do they have a restroom in them?
They do.
How many toilets?
How many toilets in the day room, sir?
Yes, sir.
There is at least 4 toilets for each dorm because there's 4 day rooms, sir.
Can inmates grab a coffee bag and fill up a coffee bag and go through the process of throwing food, toxic waste, or feces, or even urine on other inmates through that fence?
It's possible that it can happen, yes, sir.
Okay, if we were to go through your statistical basis in your informational systems through the facility, would you say that this is something that is actually extremely prevalent in these areas of the facility?
Pertaining to the situation right here at 2 in the morning?
Yes.
No, sir, because there's no inmates in the day room at 2 in the morning. The day room closes at 10 p.m.
Not specific time of day, but just in general.
Can you clarify the question, sir?
I'm saying basically, so inmates can be attacked, right? Through this fence barricade,
Attacked, are you meaning by them throwing something on somebody?
correct?
It is possible.
Can y'all statistically prove how often this happens, that inmates are attacked in this sort of section of the facility?
Are you asking how often does it occur?
No, I'm asking, can the facility of Jefferson County statistically prove how often this is an occurrence?
To answer that question, I would have to say it is possible that if there was a report wrote on it, then sure, there's a recollection of it. But
Okay,
not all instances is there a report wrote because the officer may or may not see anything happen.
Are you saying this is regular or is this a regulation in the facility?
What do you mean by the regulation, sir?
I asked you, is this often that inmates do this in the facility? That's all I'm asking.
This type of behavior
Yes.
is not normal. They should not be throwing feces on.
Is it not normal? Are you evading my question?
Sir,
Is it not normal or is it not often?
it is not often. They should not be throwing feces on people, no, sir.
So we can prove this through multiple viewer discretion in the informational systems in the facility.
Like I had stated, if there was a report wrote on it,
Mhm.
then there will be a record of it.
So I want to say to Ms. Judge West, on the case of this matter, I would, if we could bring this any further, if not for the jury, I want to extend this on the idea of my 8th Amendment for cruel and unusual punishment in the facility. But I also want to ask a few more questions. In the case of this matter, is it often that y'all go through the process and move the inmates to another section of the facility or another cell when occurrence has happened where they may be attacked in the facility?
Are you asking if we separate inmates from potential abusers from other inmates?
Correct.
Yes, sir. We always separate the individuals to the
Okay.
best of our ability.
Do you know my particular reason on why I'm even housed in this section of the facility and not general population?
No, sir. If I had to guess, it was probably due to behavior.
Okay, so in this process, I'll release that area during my testimony on how I've been wrongfully constrained in this area.
Just ask the question and then you'll be able to testify later.
Are we able to go through the process in that day room and write grievances up on these type of situations?
The day room is open between 9 AM and about 9:30 to 10 PM, sir, at which time the kiosk, the phone, any process you would need to make, you're free to do so in the day room.
Do you know your Eighth Amendment? Do you know our constitutional Eighth Amendment?
Do I know the constitutional length amendment?
Correct.
Judge, I
By
got,
word, no.
I got to object. It's not relevant to punishment phase of this trial.
Sustained. You don't have to answer the question. Ask another question.
Okay, cool. Is gang violence or even the idea of people conglomerating in groups in this facility a thing that y'all have to worry about?
Is this pertaining to this situation right here, sir?
No, just in general, but specifically on this situation, you can't answer upon this situation. When it comes down to my situation, it's a simple question. Is gang violence or bullying or hazing something that you have to do in the facility? Simple. Yes or no?
No, sir, there's no hazing in the facility. If the
So-
individuals decide to have misunderstandings, we separate those situations.
Okay, now, you said you worked here for over, what, over 12 years, correct?
Negative, I stated this would be my 10th year, sir.
Okay. Is it true that inmates get jumped in this facility?
It is possible, because when you have more than one inmate housed in the facility, they tend, I apologize, when you have more than one inmate housed in the housing area, it is possible that they could or could not be involved in altercations with more than one inmate.
Is it true that in these cells, you're able to see another inmate through the mesh wire? Or even throw feces or urine or water at another inmate through the mesh wire?
I suppose it could be possible.
Okay. Is it true that this facility can change your outlook upon life dealing with other men around you on a daily basis?
I don't understand your question, sir.
Is it true that do you feel like other individuals being around you could have a definite impact on your individuality?
I feel like if you're put back in these single cells, it is generally due to your behavior.
Mm.
And the general purpose of this is to correct that behavior.
Mm.
Or at least isolate you from being able to physically contact other individuals due to you possibly being the problem in the facility.
Where do y'all usually send individuals that are either poor or even drunk or even on narcotics? Do y'all send the general population or do y'all send to the back of the city?
We do not house inmates based on whether or not they're poor or not, sir.
Okay, let's try drunk. What do y'all send drunk inmates that maybe have it's called under influence, DUI?
Judge, I gotta object to the question. I don't see what this has to do with the punishment phase of this trial.
It does for me.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree. That's not relevant. Ask another question.
Okay, do inmates attack each other through these cells that may be drunk?
That may be drunk,
Yeah.
like I stated before. It's possible that an inmate can throw liquids through there, but they cannot physically touch another inmate through these wires. No, sir.
Would you say that it is capable for inmates to protect themselves through these cells in this process?
What do you mean by protect, sir?
If an inmate gets attacked by another inmate, is it okay for them to protect each other in the general population? Or protect one another or themselves in general population if you get assaulted by another inmate?
General population, sir. This situation we're in, you're not housed in general
I
population.
understand that, but it's gonna lead off into the idea of this, and because it's a difference.
Well, here's the thing, I'm gonna ask you to, at this point, Mr. Hill, you're going down a path that really has nothing to do, it doesn't appear with the situation, the dorm that you were in. I think it's not relevant. I'm gonna ask you to move on and ask another question.
So is bullying a thing that you have to deal with in this facility?
That's already been asked and answered, and so I'm gonna ask you to move on and ask another question.
Yes. Okay, so I wanna ask you, have you ever seen me get attacked inside this cell by another inmate?
No, sir.
Is it true that y'all, the inmates are pretty argumentative inside of the facility?
I would say it's possible.
Okay. Is it true that the best option for you to do when another inmate is maybe attacking you through these mesh wire fences or even in the dog cages, is what I call them, to put a cover up and protect yourself?
At no point are the inmates allowed to or advised to restrict the viewing of their cells from the officers, sir.
So would you say it's wrong to protect yourself from someone throwing feces at you from behind that fence?
I would say that covering your cell prevents the officers from doing their job, sir.
Okay, but not the officer, I'm saying from other inmates. I understand the officers.
Are you asking the question?
Yes,
In answer to your question, are you asking whether or not you can cover your cell
no,
with a blanket?
I'm saying, is it rightfully just to cover yourself up and protect yourself from other inmates in the facility? Or even maybe get away from you, from people who may have a vendetta issue?
At no point are y'all allowed to cover your cell with blankets or any other items, sir.
So, or what you're saying right now is y'all rather have inmates allow PCs to be thrown on them?
Negative, sir. We've moved those situations and those inmates from those situations, we will separate them to the best of our ability.
So is it true that inmates get to write grievances upon other inmates throwing feces on them in the facility? And what is the chance that this is called assault?
Are you asking, is it possible for an inmate to file a grievance against another inmate?
Correct.
Yes, sir. That's why there's a grievance system in place.
What is the percentual rate that y'all allow inmates to go through the process and sue the county and or even place assault charges on another inmate and not do this?
I do not work in that department, sir.
So are you not a sergeant?
I'm currently a lieutenant.
Okay, so lieutenant is over the sergeant, right?
That's
He
up-
already answered the question that he doesn't. Move on to the next question.
So not only are you over the sergeant, are you right under the captain?
In the line of chain of command, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in this video, I want to state that in the beginning of the video, I did not deny you the privilege to move me, but was there a reasonable cause for you to be moving me to another section of the facility?
Yes, sir. I
Okay,
was given an order to move you by my lieutenant. We can move inmates from one cell to any other cell at any given time. At that point, it was deemed that there was an issue either with you or an inmate nearby. So I was asked to move you to separate the situation.
thank you for the leeway. Okay, now, is it true that you may not see it in this video, but I did call for help from a CO and I was not provided that help?
I was not in that area of the jail, sir. So I would have no knowledge of whether or not you did or did not say.
Okay, so do you feel like the better necessary reaction maybe would have been to tell me to lay down instead of shooting me with the pepper ball mace gun?
I feel like I gave you a clear and firm command to cuff up so
Okay.
that you can be moved from another cell, sir.
So in the process of this, how many times was the trigger squeezed? And could we count that on video even?
How many times was the pepper ball
Excessively speaking, yes, sir.
excessively speaking? I do not feel like it was used excessively, sir.
Okay, now you stated that you want to shoot the side of the bars, but is it true that I crawled under the bed to hide away from you hitting me with a airsoft, a pepper mace gun?
The cell was covered with a blanket, sir. I could not see through the cell.
Would
At
you-
that point, I was struck with fecal matter.
Mhm.
And the objective was to get you out of the cell as safely for you and for my officers and move you to the next cell.
Would you say I had been more terrified for my life than you were for your own life?
I would not know how you felt in that situation, sir. I am not you.
Would you have considered it?
Anytime we have a situation like this, I always give multiple commands so that everybody is clear on the orders given, because I do not want no misunderstanding, as you will, for a
Guilt's been
situation to go any
determined.
further than it needs
We're in the
to.
penalty phase.
I'm sorry.
You said you said as you will. Are you speaking of me?
In general, I give multiple clear and precise commands so that there's no misunderstanding of my command given to the inmate or to an officer.
Okay. Now, I want to know, could you have made a better sound judgment in the idea before having to react with a pepper mace gun, or was it absolutely necessary that you had to use a pepper mace gun in this process?
Are you asking before or after I was hit with PC, sir?
Before, did you have to use a pepper mace gun?
I gave multiple commands for you to comply. You were still behind a blanket, or in that case, that you were preventing us to possibly use the pepper spray in the case we had to. So do I feel it was just? Absolutely. That's why I shot the corner of the cell to saturate the area.
Okay, now this is a big piece for me. Now, is it true that I did let you know that there was an inmate across the one that was hazing me many times before, that was choosing to make a way strategically to assault me in this dorm room with other 60 inmates in these holding cells that are murderers, pedophiles, and rapists, anywhere from 18 years old on to 60 years old?
In this current situation here, you made no comment like that. You stated you were not moved and you were continuously disrespecting my officer and me and refusing to comply.
Could you tell me which one of these officers I disrespected?
All of them that was there, you were continuously cussing at us, sir, and calling them N-words and all kinds of other stuff.
Okay, is it okay that I bring this officer Porter in as a witness? I call him Porter, he's a good friend of mine.
Keep asking questions
Okay.
of this witness and then we'll see where we get.
Thank you very much.
Or if you're finished, then we can move on to the next witness.
All right. In the process of asking for due diligence and help throughout this process of you, I was looking for aid. Did I tell you that I would comply to lay back down?
I had already answered this, but no, you made the comment that you were gonna lay down and you weren't complying with the orders to exit the cell site.
Did I have my bag packed and ready to go? And I did, just to cause for a better reaction out of you?
Negative. You stated that you were going to pack your things and you were trying to buy time. I informed you I would pack your items and asked you to comply.
I wanna ask you this. Is it true that if there's a disruption inside the facility, y'all have the right to either place these inmates either inside these picket fence or take them outside and place them out on the outside picket fences?
You were asking, in this situation, would there have been somewhere else for me to place you?
Yes, sir. A much better place rather than assault me?
You were not assaulted, sir.
This was assault. It was excessive.
Just ask the question. Get your answer, move on to the next question.
Okay. Would you say that being a young individual in this facility, that the outcome of being in this facility could totally change your interaction with being societally humane in the demographic?
I would object on it. It calls for speculation. It's irrelevant to this particular proceeding. And it calls for a specialized knowledge that this officer has not demonstrated an ability to testify.
Sustained. Ask another question.
This is my last question before I let y'all play the video. Do I have any other felonies regarding throwing feces?
Do you have any felonies regarding throwing
Assaulting
feces?
people with feces?
At this current moment, I'm not sure what your charges are, sir. I don't pay attention to that. I just do what I'm told to do.
Is it true that I paid my first attorney out of 3 attorneys $10,000?
He's not gonna have any way of knowing that.
No, hold on.
Sustained.
I can never speak on the $10,000 I paid my first attorney that would have got me out the facility that he extorted me out of the solicitation in the
The
facility.
objection was sustained. This isn't the appropriate witness for that. If you want to testify to that, when it's your turn to testify, then you can testify. I've already told you you can't testify from right there.
What was it?
Now,
Enjoy.
when I first moved into this facility, can we be provided information on me being on medication, or I'm sorry, not on medication beforehand, before we moved into this facility? Or I was moved into the facility, or did I have on medication once I moved into the facility?
I would not have knowledge of that, sir. I do not work for the medical department.
Good English, good English. All right, now I want to ask you this. Can we prove that there's facts that I have asked to be moved out of this side of the facility multiple times, months prior to this?
I would object. This has been asked and answered a couple of times. You know, he's already said he had no knowledge of that.
You let me in though. Let's talk about the facility, because it doesn't have anything to do with my case.
Mr. Hill, ask another question.
Is it true that I have multiple messages on the kiosk begging to get my money back? That's my first question. Well, I don't want to go through the process.
I would object to relevance.
Do you know the answer to that, sir?
Of whether or not he has multiple messages.
Regarding,
The conditions of the facility, such as the birds flying around the facility pages, shitting on top of us. I'm sorry, defecating on top of our caves.
Are these two separate questions, sir?
No, this is one question. Is it true that there are birds in the facility right now that are going through the process and defecating around the facility inside housing?
Our objection, relevance.
sustained. Ask another question. That is not relevant to the situation that he testified to. Ask something that is relevant to that situation or finish your questioning.
Thank you. Being calm with me this time.
I'm trying.
Do you feel like being inside of these facilities, this facility could, or cell for 23 hours a day can have a definite impact?
That's been asked and answered already. He's answered that.
No, it was
You're going to
different.
be able to testify again, how it makes you feel at the appropriate time. Do you have any other questions of Lieutenant Kegley about this situation that he testified to?
Not as specific as you want me to get. It's real specific, not even that specific, you're specific.
Okay. Do you want the remainder of that video played at this time?
Please do, so
Okay.
you can see I did not.
It's just a yes or no question. Again, you're not testifying. I'm just asking if you want it played, and do not talk while it's going, okay?
You walk, man. I know it hurts. I know it feels like you can't breathe, but the more you walk, the faster it's gonna get off you. Can you stand up straight? Get in that chair. Stand up. Don't you spit it? No more. We will spray again, sir. I'm in the back. I'm in the back. Let's get back on. Yeah, they need a round. Yeah. Really walking down real quick. He's fucking drunk. Wow. You gotta get walked down for 3 minutes straight. Look out. You already feel a lot. Always going down, man. What you need now? Stay on here. Just needs down. One more down. You finish. You'll finish here. Look at me, Joseph. Okay. Yes. Yes. Hold on, hold on. All right. Thank you.
You know what? I sure love those muffin tops.
Thank you, guys. Go upstairs, go upstairs. No. You call. We're gonna get into the, you know, that goes on. You know, guys. You got to put one at a time, hold on. Hold on. I'm gone. Not it. All right. Right there. Bring the car around. Mental health and management. Oh. What's time left?
Right, thank you. Any objection? Everyone's finished with Lieutenant Kegley already, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You're excused.
If you return, you go out returning here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
You may call your next witness.
State calls Jasmine Newman, Your Honor.
Right.
Okay, so we're jerking
Your Honor,
off.
Ms. Newman has not yet been sworn in.
I don't even want to
Thank
know
you,
what's
Mr. Nichols.
next.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this trial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Thank you, John.
Thank you. You can have a seat. And Ms. Newman, if you'll do the best you can to kind of lean forward, speak loudly and clearly into that microphone so that everyone can hear you. Also, if you're asked a yes or a no question, be sure to say yes or no, not just an uh-huh or a head nod, so the court reporter can take everything down. And you have a very soft voice, I can already tell. So you're gonna have to really try hard to make sure those last two people over there in the jury box, make sure that they can hear you. Everybody in that top row needs to be able to hear you, okay? Okay, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Newman, good afternoon. Would you please spell your name for the court reporter?
JASMINEWMAN.
And Ms. Newman, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Beaumont.
Did you go to school in Beaumont?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you go to school?
So elementary,
High school.
high school, Beaumont United.
When did you graduate?
Yes, sir.
When was that?
2021.
And you currently reside in the city of Beaumont?
Yes,
And have you lived in Beaumont for the last few years?
yes,
Do you know somebody named Traylon Hill?
yes.
How do you know Traylon Hill?
He was my
Your ex what?
ex-boyfriend.
Boyfriend? When did y'all break up?
So we went, it's kind of a toxic situation. We broke up in 2024.
24?
Yes, sir.
About what time of year? Do you remember?
June, around June.
June of 2024?
Correct.
When y'all broke up, was that was that something where y'all got along, or was that kind of not a good
Well,
thing?
Our relationship was very toxic where I kept going back and leaving and going back and leaving again.
Toxic?
Yes,
And so in June of 2024,
I'm shocked.
was that when you broke it off for the last time?
yes, sir.
And around June 19th or 20th of 2024, did you have to call the Beaumont police?
I did.
And what was that for?
For threats and him breaking in, for threats and just very violent. It was just getting very violent.
Was there a break-in at the apartment you were living
Yes,
in? At that time, where did you live?
I was living there
What complex was it?
Mm.
Or what street was it on?
on Hellbig.
On Hellbig?
Yes,
And that's in north end of Beaumont?
yes, sir.
And tell me what happened with the break-in? Were you home at the time?
I wasn't home at the time. I was at my mom's house during the time that it was being broke in.
Okay. What happened with the break-in?
What do you mean?
How did you know someone had broke into your place?
Well, I was at my mom's house, and then the next day, after I spoke to the police, I went back to my home and the door was kind of cracked open, like he busted into my home.
Somebody kicked it in? Is that what it looked like?
Correct,
Was the door frame broken?
correct.
And so when you walked in, was anybody there?
No, sir.
When you walked in, was there damage to your home?
Yes, sir.
What kind of damage?
A lot of vandalism damage.
I'm sorry,
Vandalism damage?
like vandalism? Were things broken?
Yes, sir.
Like what?
My tablet, my TV, my couch, one of everything in the room. They had a hole in my room.
A hole where? Like in the wall?
In the wall, yes.
Did you own a gun at the time?
Yes, I did.
What kind of gun was it? Do you remember?
Just a Ruger.
A Ruger?
Yes, sir.
Where was that gun?
Done.
Was it taken during this break-in?
Correct.
Where did you normally keep it?
I normally keep it somewhere either under the couch or I have it's like a table, but it's only where I can access it.
Okay. Was anything else taken? Any identification or credit cards, anything like that?
My ammo, my old identification, I think my old wallet,
Your wallet? What was in the wallet?
my old social security card and my old issued ID.
Okay. May I approach her?
You may.
Ms. Noon, I'm going to show you what I've marked as State's Exhibits 21 through 30. Would you take a look through these and tell me if you recognize what these photographs are?
I remember this door.
Speak up, please, ma'am.
Just go through the whole batch and tell me if you recognize everything.
I recognize these photos.
And are these pictures of your apartment after the break-in?
Correct.
And do they truly and accurately show the condition of your apartment and your belongings?
Correct. Correct.
Who took these pictures? Did Beaumont Police take these pictures?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And that is how you remember the condition of your home after you discovered the break-in, is that right?
Correct.
And the last picture is a picture of, well, hold on one second. We'll come back to it. I'll take the stack. Your Honor, at this time, I'd offer evidence states 21 through 30. I'll send it to Mr. Hill for his review.
Mr. Hill, you can take a look at those if you'd like, and then let me know if you have an objection to states 21 through 30. Do you have any objection to states 21 through 30? They're admitted.
Matt, publish, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
So, Jasmine, you see on the screen, the picture? Is this your front door?
Yes.
States Exhibit 21, and this is, it had been kicked in and the frame damage, is that correct?
Right.
So what is number 22? What's this showing?
Number 22 is showing that is my couch. Well, this is my living room, front room. And it seems like the couch is tilted over, damaged, and other belongings that's been damaged in the front room and the living room.
Okay, and states 23, is that the same room?
Correct.
And what do you see there? If you tell us?
I can see my TV, I can see an old box, and I see everything else still. My bad, I can see what I can't see.
And then number 24, same room?
Same room, well, living room. Same room.
Now, what's number 25?
Now that's my room.
And what does that show?
It's a big hole in my wall.
Was that hole in the wall there when you were last there, before the break-in?
No, sir.
Stage 26, is this your bedroom?
Correct.
And what's this here on the ground?
That's my tablet, a broken tablet.
And that's a close-up here in stage 27, right?
Correct.
And has that tablet been destroyed?
Yes, sir.
Was it destroyed when you last saw it?
No, sir.
What is here in stage 28?
So that is the extra belongings that was in my front room, living room, and it seems like all of my stuff has been splattered and just everywhere on my floor.
And again, stage 29, what do we see here?
That's my couch.
Now, you said you owned a firearm, correct?
Correct.
And it was a Ruger. Do you remember the model of it?
9mm?
It was a 9mm. Was it, in states 30, is this a picture of the box with the information on it for your gun?
Correct.
And if I zoom in, can you tell me what the model number was?
EC9S.
So your pistol was a.
Correct.
So you reported this break-in to the Beaumont Police?
Correct.
What, you mentioned threats earlier. What kind of threats were being made?
But I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna come do.
I know you have such a soft voice. I'm gonna ask you to speak up a little bit more.
So the threats were, I will come back and when I come back, when like, okay.
Was there anything that he said directly to you, or was it through messages?
Through messages.
And what kind of, what was it about the messages that you took to be a threat?
It was threatened messages, but I honestly cannot remember.
When you came home and you saw your door had been busted in and everything you owned thrown around or destroyed and some items stolen, did that scare you?
Who did?
They approach your honor.
You may.
You recognize this?
Yes,
Is that your social security card?
correct,
Was it stolen during the break-in?
correct.
We'll give that back to you today. Do you see Traylon Hill in the courtroom today?
Yes,
Where is he and what's he wearing?
it's a pair white.
Your honor, may the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant, Traylon Hill.
The record will so reflect.
Thank you, Jasmine. I know you had to leave work to come here today and I appreciate it. I'll pass the witness. Traylon's gonna get to ask you some questions. It's important that you just listen to his questions and ask what he asked, okay?
I don't have no say.
All right, Mr. Hill, do you have any questions of this
That'll be
witness?
fun.
Yeah. Want to ask if you've been on?
No, you're asking questions that are relevant to this offense or to what the testimony had to do with, okay? Do you have any questions regarding that?
I want to know after this incident, did I have any, I want to say communication with you afterwards?
Denied.
Okay. And did I have any communication with you before?
Before this,
Yes,
yes, you have.
how long were we together?
We were together 3 years.
And when did we get together?
We got together February. Beginning of February 2021.
Yeah.
Yes,
You remember that?
yes, I do.
I want to ask you, did we get together during high school?
Yes, during high school.
When did you move to this apartment?
February 2023.
Why did you feel it was necessary to move to help you, bro?
One more time.
Why you feel like it was necessary to move to Helby, bro?
Well, they don't do that, call me back, so
Yeah. What apartments are these? Are these actually again?
can you speak up?
What apartment are these? Where are they located? Is these PB? In a village apartments?
Correct.
Before you moved to these apartments, were we staying in our own home?
I was back and forth.
Did I have my own home at the time?
No, well, your people's home, yeah.
Were these homes owned by my grandfather and grandmother?
Correct.
Do they own rental properties?
Yes, they do.
Did we argue on a daily basis?
Not normally.
I want to ask you this. Were we per se like in love in the way that we were going about? They-
Yes,
Would you say we had plenty of sexual exchanges?
we have.
Okay. Would you say I was angry when you ended up moving to these apartments?
Yes, I was.
Would you say I was a jealous man?
Yes,
Would you say I begged you plenty of times to come back home to me?
yes,
Did I have the capability to move from multiple homes if I needed to?
yes,
Did I offer you a place to stay
yes,
whenever you needed?
yes.
Did you help me take care of these houses?
In what way?
like, basic house needs, like,
Correct.
I need you to speak up.
did you help me did I have pets?
Yes, you did.
Was I working on, a business, looking to become an entrepreneur?
Correct.
After you decided to move away from my rental properties that were going to be lended to me, did I become a boxer,
Yes.
aspiring for a career?
Yes.
Did you begin your own hair business
Yes.
with me? Do you feel like I didn't apply enough pressure per se in our relationship?
You have.
Do you feel like I was a bit offhandish in high school in comparison to after?
It's a difference, but you were a little bit better when we got in a relationship and after we graduated.
Would you say I handled my responsibilities?
Yes, you do.
Did I complain about going to work?
No.
Was I financially secure?
You were getting to the point.
Yeah. Do you know how long I've been like working?
Since we met each other.
Okay. It's off to a good start. Have you answered more than 5 of my calls while I've been in the facility?
No.
Did I make multiple calls, messages to you?
Messages, yes.
During any of these messages or calls, did I curse you out?
No.
Would you say I've apologized to you plenty of times?
You have.
Do you think I'll be the type of person to apologize again?
Yes.
Did I love take you out?
You have.
On social media, was I the type of person to be a corrupt person in any derogatory fashion in comparison to other young black men?
Not really.
Did I state myself as, was I the type of person to go through the process of being a bit of a dance trend influencer?
Yes.
Did I like TikTok?
Correct.
Were we Christian?
Not all the way per se. We were getting to the point.
Ma'am, are you a
I
whore?
was a good driver.
Yes.
Were you the first person that I saved up my money to get my first vehicle with?
Yes.
At that time, were you extremely happy about this situation?
I was.
Okay. Would you say that we had been in a couple fights?
Yeah.
Would you always say I was the predominant person to have started them?
Mhm. But almost, yes.
If I was the one to have started these per se fights for us, would you say that I didn't try to calm them down?
You have.
Okay. Would you say I'm the type of person to be able to applicably speak?
One more time.
Would you say I'm the type of person to like ask for advice during the process of arguing or how we could fix the exchange?
Correct.
Or even message you after?
Correct.
Okay, would I beg for you to come back? Or did I beg for you to come back?
You have, and I denied.
Have I kicked you out the house before?
Yes, you have.
Have I ever like picked you up and brutalized you or anything?
What do you mean?
Have I ever left like a mark on you?
You have.
What type of?
Well, I do have a replacement missing too, so.
See you both,
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
So I see you both have a
Mhm.
messed up too. But in the process Have you ever met the my house?
I have.
Okay. Not apartment, a house.
I messed up the house. I did.
You ever cut up my shoes? Or I'm sorry, drawn all over my shoes?
I have. I have vandalized some of your items.
Okay. Now it said that weapon was taken. Have you ever been depressed?
I have.
Do you think I've ever been depressed?
You were.
Have would you say that we have gone through mental unstable challenges in our relationship due to each other?
Yeah.
And would you say it's capable for two people to accidentally drive each other mentally ill?
Yep.
Okay. Were you the type of female to be a soul searcher in the process of your own mental guidance? Have I ever encouraged you to make friends?
Yes.
Okay. In the process of being in our relationship, do you remember me having friends?
Yes, I do.
You remember me having friends in school, correct?
Right.
Do you feel like I got a little more introverted during our relationship?
Yes.
Okay. Have we been to prom together?
Yes, we have.
I want to say, am I the type of person, if I was to do this, would I do it for your protection?
Yes.
Would I stop you from harming yourself?
You was that correct.
Do I always agree with your family?
No.
Have me and your siblings got in a fight or anything before?
Yes.
Okay. Has it escalated to
Judge, at this point, I gotta just object to this. The relevance of this line of question. I understand he's using her to get some points to make some points. It's fine for his defense in this, but we're moving on to high school relationship stuff that it has no bearing in this case.
I'm going to sustain that. You need to add, kind of either get back on track, ask another question, or kind of wrap it up.
in the process of it escalating? Have I been through the process of letting the situation go in regards to responding to you instead of leaving to escalate the situation instead of talking to you about it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You still like?
That's not relevant.
Oh, no, okay. I got another question. It was a time in which I had been through the process and I came to your house. And I was begging to see if I had left something at your house, because at this point, I want to make sure you were safe, correct?
Correct.
Did I tell you it was a complete accident, and maybe in the fact that I felt like I had misplaced something that could have been of danger for you?
Correct.
Okay. Did I go through the process of breaking into your house to see if you were okay?
You broke into my house.
Or
Not to see if I was okay.
would you say I was worried due to you being inside of Section 8 housing apartments?
No.
Why would you say that?
Objection, Your Honor. She's answered the question.
Sustained. Ask another question.
Was I the type of person to always be looking to come to your apartments, or per se a co-inhabitant?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Did you have other male friends at these apartments
No.
while we were together?
No.
But in the process, have I asked you that during the relationship?
You have.
And what would be your response to the idea that while we're in a relationship?
I would object to relevance.
Sustained. Ask another question. That's not relevant.
The reason, can I explain something?
What?
The reason why I asked that is because I want to provide a culpable argument other than just being a burglar. Maybe it's some reason as to why this situation may have played out the way it played out. Maybe for safety reasons, maybe.
I think you've already asked her about the safety and different things like that, and that's already been answered. So I think you've already been able to do that. Move on to something else.
In the process of me being in the facility, do you feel like it's well deserved that I'm in the facility for an overextended period of time?
Correct.
Can I? More than 2 years?
Correct.
All right. In the process, would you say that I cherish my grandparents?
Correct.
Okay. Did you know that did you see that I was a caretaker for my grandfather
Correct.
at this time? Okay. And last thing but not least, did you ever feel like you had to go through the process and maybe harm me?
No.
Cool. Do you feel like I was the type of person to come to purposely harm you or search for an argument?
Not purposely, no.
Yes, I want to sustain questions there because I know I'm gonna ask you.
I'm sorry.
What?
I want to sustain questions there. That's enough questions for me. That's all.
You're done? Okay. Any other questions, Mr. Nichols?
Real quick, Your Honor, how'd you hurt your tooth?
He butchered.
When was that?
2023. Yeah.
After he broke into your house, you were in fear for your life, or at least for your safety?
Yes,
Did you go to your mother's house?
I did.
What happened at your mother's house on June 24th, 2024?
What do you mean?
Did something happen to your mother's car?
Yes,
What happened?
my ex shot up my mom's car with my own gun.
Your mom's car was shot up. How many times?
Oh, I'm not sure. It was a lot.
And are you aware of what type of round was used?
My pistol, my pistol, my 9mm Ruger.
No other questions?
Any other questions, Mr. Hill?
No, but I do disagree to that.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. You're excused.
Exciting and new.
Thank you, Mr.
Let me call your next witness.
Just a quick break. We've been going and
Wait, yes. Sorry, everybody.
Why are you unnecessarily wasting the judicial time of this court?
Okay, let the record reflect the jury's outside the presence of the courtroom. Anything we need to take up before we take a quick break?
not from state, Your Honor.
Anything before we take a break, Mr. Hill? I have added into the court's proposed charge the paragraph having to do with extraneous acts and offenses. I'll print that out. It's just one additional paragraph. I'll make a star by that paragraph, Mr. Hill, so you'll know what change I made to the one that I gave you earlier. Depending on where we get, I feel like it's probably likely we won't get to that until tomorrow morning anyway. So I have a good copy for everybody to take with them this evening, read that charge so that we can go straight into it when it's time. All right, we'll be in a short recess.
Tomorrow morning? Are you serious? Surely you can't be serious. That's not even possible. Oh my God. The only thing that saved me is I couldn't hear him. When I strained and heard stuff, it was pathetic. I didn't think it was possible he could be worse than he was in the regular trial, but he was. My favorite was his opening question to the girl he was jerking off in front of. Would you say I jerk off a lot? Yeah, you do it all the time. And he doesn't have a follow-up for it. Like, how did you think that was going to go, dude? Oh. Oh, good times. How long is this break? What are we doing here? What are we doing? I don't have any nuggets.
Or basically pulled anything out. So you can talk with your attorney about that.
Yeah, ma'am. Well, I never exposed myself, and
Well, my understanding of the word understanding, I understand what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
Because your understanding, my understanding of the word understand is two different understandings. So.
But you're saying by your understanding, you understand. Is that what you're saying, sir?
I'm assuming.
Okay.
Attention, esteemed viewers. If you are hearing this message, it means that you are sadly witnessing a dark moment in the history of legal discourse. Yes, it's true. Law Talk with Mike is experiencing what we in the business call a plot hole-sized lull. This is, of course, due entirely to Mike's, let's say, ambitious approach to preparation. And by ambitious, I mean utterly devoid. Yes, the very fabric of our legal system, as represented by this live stream, has encountered a, shall we say, temporal anomaly. A glitch, a hiccup, a veritable vacuum of action. And who is to blame? Why none other than our esteemed yet woefully unprepared host, Mike. So sit back, relax, maybe grab a snack. This musical interlude is just gonna be a thing. We'll get back to the legal stuff eventually, probably. So to fill the gaping void where insightful legal analysis should be, and due to a lack of any ability to keep your attention, Mike has in his infinite wisdom decided to subject you to this artistic expression. God help us all, please do not hold Mike accountable for this. Bless his heart, Mike didn't quite foresee these moments of dead air when he planned for this whole thing. He clearly has no idea know what he's doing. So sit back, relax, and maybe grab a snack. This musical interlude is just gonna be a thing. We'll get back to the legal stuff eventually, probably. Attention, esteemed viewers. If you are hearing this message, it means that you are sadly witnessing a dark moment in the history of legal discourse. Yes, it's true. Law Talk with Mike is experiencing what we in the business call.
Right, grab a White Claw. Settle in today, we got a true legal scholar on the docket, a pro se defendant who's about to teach us all a lesson, though. Probably not the one he intends. A flurry of filings land with a thud. Got a judicial notice to muddy the mud. The judge looks confused by the arrest of judgment. While our pro se scholar files a motion to squash the whole punishment. The state didn't write back. It's a legal disgrace. And without Mirandaization, he's closing the case. He says, Your Honor, the logic is sound and astute. It all stems directly from a poisonous root. He's serving up his tainted fruit. The fruit, the tainted fruit. From a very illegal, poisonous root. This whole damn case you must acquit. Cause it all comes from this tainted shit. The state calls their witness Corporal Javin so calm. Yeah. Tales of the threats and the verbal napalm. I'm a threat for a reason. He said with a glare, then a scholar on cross-exam says hold it right there. To prove that this tree has been poisoned for good, let's play my arrest video. It's misunderstood. Oh geez, here we go. He's playing the tape. He's literally handing the prosecution the very fruit he wants thrown out. You hate to see it. No, wait, you love to see it. The body can rolls a spectacular own. The seeds of his legal demise are now sown. Citing Pennsylvania versus Men's with a confident shout while refusing for 8 straight times to even get out. When her jaw gets broke, it's gonna be your fault. He's proving the state's case without any halt. He's showing the jury with his own evidence the very fresh fruits of a brand new offense. He's serving up his tainted fruit. The fruit, the tainted fruit. From a very illegal, poisonous root. This whole damn case you must acquit. Cause it all comes from this tainted shit. Then he calls to the stand his one saving grace, his baby mama to plead his whole case. Tell the jury he asks her if you'd be so kind. Am I the retaliating, threatening kind? She swears on the stand he wouldn't hurt a fly. A claim the prosecutor's quick to deny. Now ma'am, about that aggravated robbery. He thought to praise his character and opened up the door for the jury to hear of the crimes he'd done before. And the jury comes back guilty, unanimous. He showed them the video of the crime, opened the door to his priors and based his entire defense on a mispronounced legal theory. He served the jury his own tainted fruits on a silver platter. In the end, it was just a fallacy of a mismalice of justice. You are here in the small claims division of 3B District Court. The rules are relaxed, they are not as strict as they are in the general division of the court. We don't strictly follow the rules of evidence or procedure. Neither party is allowed to have an attorney in small claims court. Raise your right hand. You all swear or affirm that any testimony you are about to give in this matter will be true, to the best of your knowledge and belief.
Okay, let the record reflect, state's present, Mr. Hill's present. Anything before we bring the jury in? Anything before we bring the jury in?
There is no formal record.
All right, thank you. You can bring the jury in.
And there is no appeal. Any decision made here is final. Either party has the right to remove the matter from the small claims division to the regular division of the court, where you could sue for up to $25,000. But you would have to tell me before we begin. Once we begin here, any decision made here is final. Raise your right hand. Do all swear or affirm that any testimony you are about to give in this matter will be true, to the best of your knowledge and belief? To the best of your knowledge and belief. To the best of your knowledge and belief. The best of your knowledge and belief.
Yeah, this ain't legal advice, but my confidence says otherwise. Woke up early, said I'll be productive. Now I'm deep in a trial like it's abductive. Intent, motive, pause the clip. Rewind that side, did you see that lip? Didn't go to law school, didn't crack a book. But I watched Mike, now I'm legally shook. Tabs open, group chat loud. Bro, that witness just lied, I'm proud. Judge says order, I say it too. Like, sir, I object from my living room. We watch the trials on Law Talk with Mike. Suddenly we all got legal insight. Finger on pause, confidence high. And all that testimony's fried. We don't know law, but we sound airtight. After 2 streams of Law Talk with Mike. All right, chat, slow down, let me clarify quick. No yelling, no petition, don't make you legit. I'm just here with the law in a neutral tone. Y'all turning every album twitch into a felony charge alone. Yes, I see the comment, no, that's not how it works. No, you can't sue vibes, feelings, or courtroom smirks. I say maybe, chat, here's case closed. I say context, y'all build a legal manifesto. I blink once, super chats rain. Mike and Clayton, now I'm trending again. We watch the trials on Law Talk with Mike. Half lawyers, half fraud, wrongful hype. Reading body language like we're trained. That blink was weird, I'm just saying. We don't know law, but we feel airtight. After 2 streams of Law Talk with Mike. Mike says allegedly, I repeat it twice. Covering myself, cause I learned that's wise. Now every argument in my life, I preface like, Your Honor, my wife. I'm diagnosing guilt in pajama pants with a Bluetooth speaker and a justice stance. Algorithm knows I'm in.
And let the record reflect the jury seated. State's attorney's present. Mr. Hill is present. Mr. Nichols, you may call your next witness.
State call Bernard Holmes, Your Honor.
Bernard Holmes.
If you have type 2 diabetes like I have, you're confronted with choices.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
You'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this trial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. You can have a seat. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Holmes, would you introduce yourself to the jury and spell your name for the court?
I'm Bernard Holmes. My name is BARNARD HOLMES, and I'm a correctional staff at Jefferson County.
How long have you worked at the Jefferson County Jail?
2 years.
And during that time, what's your day to day? What do you do?
Pretty much I work in Max, or I'm working booking and pretty much make sure everybody, eats, is safe from other inmates, and make sure the scene is all clear.
Okay, back on May 27th of 2025, were you working at the jail?
Yes, sir.
And did you have an opportunity to witness an incident involving an inmate named Traylon Hill?
Yes, sir.
Do you see Traylon Hill in court?
Yes, sir.
Could you point him out for me? What's he wearing?
A white shirt.
Your Honor, the record reflected this witness has identified the defendant Traylon Hill.
The record will so reflect.
And so where did you see Traylon Hill that day?
I seen Traylon Hill come in. Well, he was in front of a inmate cell because I was taking an inmate or putting the inmate in a day room, and I turned the corner and I seen inmate Hill.
And he was standing in front of a different inmate's cell or his own cell?
Different inmate.
And what was going on?
I saw him having the CO gas, spray gas that we used to de-escalate a situation.
Is that commonly called pepper spray?
Yes, sir.
And who had it?
Inmate Traylon Hill.
How would an inmate get hold of pepper spray?
They came at that day. I guess the supervisor's office was open because it was just in the beginning of our shift. When I got there, I immediately started doing what I needed to do.
And so when you saw Traylon Hill with a can of pepper spray, what was he doing?
He was spraying another inmate that was in the cell.
Was that cell door closed?
Yes, sir.
So he was spraying an inmate who was trapped in a cell.
Yes, sir.
With pepper spray.
Yes, sir.
What did you do?
I ran immediately down there to try to stop him, and then once I got there, he turned the spray on me, but he did not spray me. I put my hand up so just in case he do spray me, and grabbed the can and grabbed him and escorted him outside.
So he pointed it towards you, but never sprayed you. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes, sir.
Was he compliant at that point?
Yes, sir.
Did you have to use force or anything?
No, sir.
But he pepper sprayed another inmate.
Yes, sir.
Do you know that inmate's name?
Coy Dot.
Thank you, sir. I'll pass it.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Mr. Hill, do you have any questions of Officer Holmes?
Yes. What's up, Holmes?
Speak up, okay.
The reason why I'm questioning you right now is just providing your proof for assurance for me, in the case matters right now. I want to ask you, do you usually have to deal with any problems regarding me being, let's say, harassed in the facility by other inmates?
Every inmate get harassed by every other inmate. So
I want to know, how do you feel about inmates harassing one another in these facilities?
I don't like it, but it's gonna happen. That's why we try to prevent it.
Is it usual for these inmates to be doing feces with one another in the facility or in in-dorm and in-dorm?
Yes.
Usually, what is the reason that inmates are brought into this side of the facility?
It's some kind of punishment because of what you did on the dorms.
Cool. How long have you been working at the facility, Mr. Holmes?
2 years.
In the past 2 years that you have known me as an inmate in this facility, have I ever asked to be moved to general population
Not that I know of.
or spoken to you maybe?
You have spoken to me, but has nothing to do with me.
Is it usual that I cause any problems for you or other inmates in the facility either?
On and off.
Would you say I protected myself from other inmates in the facility?
I guess so. I haven't seen it in person.
The last time that you and I had any sort of, per se, situation that was done in the facility, it was another inmate, correct, that was throwing feces at me, right?
I was both doing it.
The last inmate that had a problem in the facility, his name was Dakota Shallow, right?
Yes.
Does you got to object to any question about other inmates at the jail? It's not relevant to what we're doing.
LaCoy died per se.
Hold on. If it has to do, I guess, with a specific incident, I'm going to let them go into it just briefly, but we're not going to go very far. You can ask a few more questions and then we'll kind of see where we get. Okay.
Okay. Now it was said that I pepper maced the inmate in this facility. Did you have body cam footage or do you believe there was any footage in of that process?
Yes.
Did I state to you the reason in which I had did that?
No.
I remember in the process, shortly after, even 5 minutes after, they placed me in the rec yard to be there calm and cool and contemplative.
Yes.
Okay, and then they placed me back in my original cell.
Not that I know of. No, I don't know.
Okay, do I usually cause any problems for you, Mr. Holmes?
Sometimes you have good days, you have bad days.
Okay, on my good days, what am I usually doing in the facility?
You stand to yourself.
Do I write music?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would object. This is improper, trying to bolster his credibility or his character.
It's
That's
it's-
improper characterization.
It's punishment. Y'all can cross-examine. Go ahead. Or you can re-question.
Would you say that inmates usually may have to deal with multiple new silly inmates per se? A silly inmate is an individual that is new and moved into the cell, correct?
Yes.
Is this something that's even on a daily basis?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I was gonna say. I gotta ask for now.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, Mr. Nichols?
I have no other questions for Officer Holmes. I'd ask that he be allowed to return to duty.
Thank you, sir. You're excused.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir.
You may call your next witness,
State calls Oriana Eli.
Oriana Eli. Eli?
No, that guy was Mitch Kumstein.
Good afternoon, ma'am. If you please raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this trial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You may have a seat. And you've got a soft voice, so I'm going to be sure to speak loudly and clearly in that microphone so everybody can hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you introduce yourself to the jury and please spell your name for the court?
Oriana Eli, Oriona
And Miss Eli, what do you do for a living?
correctional officer at Jefferson County Correctional Facility.
How long have you worked there?
3 years.
And were you working there back on October 12th, 2025?
I was.
What's your day-to-day? What do you normally do?
Perform my normal duties as a correctional officer.
And on that day, did you have any interaction with an inmate named Traylon Hill?
I did.
Do you know Traylon Hill?
Not personally.
Do you know who he is?
I do.
Do you see him in the courtroom?
Yes.
Can you point him out for me? Tell me something he's wearing.
White button down.
Your Honor, may the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant, Traylon Hill.
The record will so reflect.
So what happened on October 12th?
As I said, I was performing my normal duties, conducting a security round. And when looking into inmate Hill's single cell, I observed him standing on top of the sink, masturbating.
Is that against the rules?
It is.
Is that offensive to you?
It is.
Does that?
Behavior in this case is disgusting.
In front of female guards.
To get the attention they want, I guess.
Is that something that they routinely do?
Yes.
Is that something that Traylon Hill routinely does?
Yes.
Have you had other incidents with Mr. Hill?
Not besides that, no.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'll pass witness.
Thank you. Mr. Hill, do you have any questions of this witness?
Would you say I was arbitrarily overly defined in the process of doing that?
You continued when I told you to get down.
Would you say I stand at the door all day begging for mercy? I mean, begging for like attention.
You do.
Okay. Am I usually the type of person to act like other inmates in the facility?
Repeat that.
Like, would you say I usually act like other inmates in the facility?
What are you trying to say about that?
Let me ask you another question because I know it could be difficult. Yeah. But would you say other inmates are raggedy or like overly defined in comparison?
Objection, Judge. I'm not sure what he's asking.
Su-
Question.
Sustain, asked another question.
Would you say other inmates can be overly uncompliant?
Yes,
Okay, was I overly uncompliant with you?
you were,
Why you say that?
because you refused to get off the seat. Masturbating, you continue to masturbate when I told you to, that I was right to it.
So, I mean, how long would we masturbate for? What,
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained. Ask another question.
feel like that matter?
It doesn't matter. Ask a question.
I didn't mean to embarrass you. I apologize for masturbating.
Ask a question.
Will you forgive me for masturbating?
Ask a question that we're not talking about forgiveness. Ask a question that has to do with something legal or factual.
Would you say these inmates have high testosterone?
Objection, Your Honor. He's using this as an opportunity to try to embarrass her even further.
No.
Sustained.
no, Not at all.
Sustained. You're not going to ask these questions.
Say that.
That's not his name, first of all. Second of all, you need to be careful with your questioning. Ask another question. I've sustained the objection.
Would you say inmates or even could be slobbering at the mouth, sitting in the ISO cell all day?
Could be what?
Slobbering at the mouth, sitting in the ISO cell all day.
Objection, Your Honor. I don't even understand what that means. He's trying to make a mockery of this court and trying to embarrass this witness.
Agreed. Sustained. Don't ask that question either.
How long was I in the ISO cell from?
I've only known you from the ISO since you've been incarcerated.
Would you say that's like an incorrect way to communicate with females behind the ISO cell?
Absolutely, masturbate, yes.
Do you feel like there's something that's abnormal amongst men?
Is
Again, Your Honor,
disrespectful.
objection.
Sustained.
Okay, and would you?
Ask another, that means you can't ask that. Ask another question.
This is my last question. Would you say
That
this
means
is like
stop
your
it, Danny.
personal home while you in this facility, like you used to be in here all day long?
It's my career, yes.
No, us. Like the men, the inmates, would you say this is like our residents?
You're incarcerated here while doing your time, yes.
Okay, and this is my last question for you. Do we ever drink coffee all day? Multiple cups of coffee all day?
You get coffee on commissary.
And are you, of course, our main caretakers in that process?
Yes, I supervise you all.
So how many trays you pass us a shift?
3. One my shift.
Relevance, Judge.
Sustained.
Would it be easy to fall in love with a guard?
We're not asking that question.
I'd ask that she be excused and I'll be subject to any more questions like this, Your Honor.
I'm going to grant that. Thank you, ma'am. You're
Thank you.
excused.
Thank you.
You don't need to, you don't get to talk to Ms. Brazo at this point either. You may call your next witness.
State calls Tegan Butte, Your Honor.
Tegan Butte? Seriously? There's no bottom to this trial. There's no bottom. It just keeps going.
Good afternoon, ma'am. You raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're going to give in this trial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You can have a seat. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Butte, would you please introduce yourself to the jury? Tell us what you do for a living and spell your name.
My name is Tegan Butte, TeeganBouttte. I'm a correctional officer at Jefferson County Correctional Facility.
How long have you worked there?
2.5 years.
And during that time, have you come to know an inmate named Traylon Hill?
Yes, sir.
Do you see him in the court?
Yes, sir.
Can you point him out, tell me what he's wearing?
A white long sleeve.
Your Honor, the record reflect this witness has identified the defendant Traylon Hill.
The record will so reflect.
You got
Officer Butte, during the time that you have worked at the Jefferson County Correctional Facility, have you had incidents involving Traylon Hill?
Yes, sir.
Specifically back around August 22nd, 2025, did you have an incident involving Traylon Hill?
Yes, sir.
Did you have 2 incidents that day involving Traylon Hill?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what happened first? And I know if you have a printout of your narrative, if you need to look at it to refresh your memory, just ask, we'll give you a chance to do that, but you can't read from it, okay?
You can use it to
I know
refresh your
you-
memory. Just don't read read off of it, but you can look at it.
The first incident was when he came back from the day room. He was going back to his cell, and then he came into my face and barked at me.
Came in your face. How close was he to you?
Very close.
And he barked at you
Right.
like a dog?
Yes,
Did you consider that a threat?
I did.
What did you do?
I pushed him,
And then what happened?
and then another officer came and handcuffed him.
And was that the end of that incident?
Yes.
What happened next, or same day?
I went to hit the tag at his cell.
What do you mean hit the tag?
Yes.
Just explain the jury that.
So whenever we do rounds, we have a red tag on their cells, and we have to hit it every 20 minutes to make sure that they're okay and breathing.
It's a security check, isn't it?
Right.
Okay, so what happened when you did security check at his cell?
Whenever I checked in his cell, he was butt naked, masturbating.
And again, is that a problem to be doing that in the
Hold
jail?
on, objection.
What's your objection?
How can she push me if I'm in my cell, but naked at master?
This was a second incident. If you listen to what she's saying, then you'll understand that she's talking about a second incident. Your objection's overruled. Go ahead.
So when you made a security check, he was naked in his cell. What was he doing?
Shut
He
up,
was-
dummy.
He was in the shower, stroking his penis.
He was masturbating.
Right.
Is that a problem?
It is.
Is it disrespectful?
It is.
Is this a problem specifically with inmate Traylon Hill?
It is.
Have you had several incidents where you've written him up for masturbating in front of you?
Plenty.
This is the first, this incident being August 22nd or 23rd? How about September 14th, 2025?
He asked me to bring a commissary sheet to his cell. And once I went over to his cell and brought the commissary sheet, he was naked masturbating.
September 26th, 2025.
He asked me again for a commissary sheet. And once I went to his cell, he was masturbating.
September 13th of 2025. Wasn't masturbating. What was it?
So I don't know.
Did he ever throw anything at you?
Yes,
What did he do? What do you remember about that incident?
it was an unknown liquid substance.
How did that happen?
I don't recall.
Were you by his cell or was it somewhere else?
I was by his cell.
And he threw something on you?
Right.
Do you know what it was?
No, sir.
Is that scary?
Right.
You literally don't know was it a liquid?
Yes, it was.
Was it clear?
I don't recall.
Could it have been water?
It could have.
Could it have been urine?
It could have.
Could it have been spit?
It could have.
You don't know, do
I
you?
don't know.
And is this just typical of the behavior of Traylon Hill?
Right. He's known for throwing urine, water, feces at officers.
Thank you, ma'am. Sorry I have to be here. I'll pass on this.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Mr. Hill, do you have any questions of Officer Butte?
I want to ask her this, if she doesn't mind me asking. What cell was I in when this situation occurred?
Mary ISO 12.
Is it true that Mary ISO 12 is right under the camera?
Yes.
Okay. What reason would I do this right under the camera?
I don't know.
Okay. Let me ask you another question. Is it true that y'all walk around with keys? For the cell, stopping the cell?
Yes.
How long are the keys that y'all walk around with?
The keys can't open the cell.
For like to pass you a tray?
How long are they?
Yeah. Not.
Not long.
Not that long? Okay. Let me ask you this. Do they give a little jingle when y'all walking?
Yes.
Would you say you walk feminine?
Objection, Your Honor.
It's a simple, you can walk.
Stop. There was an,
feminine.
there was an objection and I'm going to sustain it. So you better ask another question and you need to not go down the same path that you went down with the prior witness, or I'm going to stop you from asking questions that are not relevant.
Would you say that y'all have the capability as correctional officers to curse us out? Or do you use your First Amendment?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think, would you say that's a occurrence that's used to control inmates?
No.
Would you say that I was the type of inmate to be overly, belligerently, extremely offensive towards you?
100%.
In the idea of me being the type of person to be a masturbator in the vicinity, would you say I was the type of person to like be flirtatious?
Yes.
Okay. Now you say that I barked at you at a point in time. Are you proclaiming that like I'm some sort of animal, or are you just saying like I barked at you?
A dog. You barked at me like a dog.
And what did you do after I barked at you?
I pushed you.
Let me ask you this. Have I ever tried to like grab you or anything?
Yes.
Are you lying to me?
I am not.
Do you have video proof footage of this?
Yes,
We
you
have
did.
cameras.
And in 12 said I am under the camera?
You be in the day room area where we have cameras. Were you in the day room with the kiosks and the phones?
So was I in ISO? Was I in ISO or was I in maximum security?
You was in Mary ISO 12.
Okay, so how would you be the type of person to let me inside of the day room?
I would get a male officer to pull you out.
Would you say I was too scared to go in the day room because you were the type to curse me out?
No.
Would you have let me in the day room?
I would let a male officer pull you out and I would stay in the day room.
So I'll rest my case on that question when it comes down to that. In idea, would you say that I had any sort of maybe like vendetta against you or anything like that? Or like purposely, repeatedly coming after you angrily?
Yes.
Okay. That was.
I'm sorry. Do you have any other questions? I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. Any other questions, Mr. Nichols?
No, Your Honor, that's it. Officer Boutte being allowed to.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Officer Boutte. You're excused. You may call your next witness.
Oh, Ramira Dudley.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Would you please raise your right hand?
Oh, my bad. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you swear from the testimony you're going to give in this trial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You can have a seat. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Dudley, would you please introduce yourself to the jury if they spell your name out for the court?
Romani Dudley. My first name spelled ROMYNIE. Last name DUDLEY.
Okay. And you work at Jefferson County Jail?
Yes, sir.
How long you done that?
3 years.
And during that time, do you know an inmate named Traylon Hill?
Yes, sir.
Do you see him in the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
Could you point him out, tell me something he's wearing?
White shirt.
Your Honor, may the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant, Traylon Hill.
The record will so reflect.
And during that time that you've worked at the jail and interacted with Traylon Hill, have you ever had to write him up for disciplinary infractions?
Yes, sir, multiple times.
Specifically, May 20th of 2026, was there an incident?
Yes, sir.
What happened then?
Um,
I'm sorry, I think I read, yeah, the 26th of May.
yeah, I know that was the last time I believe I wrote him up. That time, so now I work in booking, and he was in booking, I believe, coming to court. And he looked into a cell and he seen an inmate that was on suicide watch, and they didn't have a turtle suit on. He seen that they was naked, and then he said, you know, it was feces on the floor, and then he said for me to clean, I need to be the one to clean it up.
What was it? What that interaction? What's the infraction there? What was it that he was doing?
I wrote him up for disrespect because he said my first name,
He calls you Ramir,
Romani.
Romani,
Yes, sir.
excuse me. Is that
Stop
is
talking.
that a problem in the jail?
Yes, sir.
Why so?
That's disrespectful. We go by last names. And
It prevents you from enforcing discipline, doesn't it?
yes, sir.
Does he know you from outside the jail?
Yes, sir.
Did y'all go to high school together?
Yes, sir.
Did you have another incident with him September 9th of 2025?
Yes, sir.
And what happened then?
On that day, I was working in a maximum security dorm, the ISO cell specifically. He was in a Mary ISO 12, and as I was doing a round, do 20-minute rounds, Mr. Hill, he was when I went to hit his door, he was masturbating.
And is that a common occurrence with female jailers at the jail with Traylon Hill?
Yes, sir.
Has that happened to you on any other occasions?
Multiple.
Was there another incident, October 23rd of 2025?
Yes, sir.
And what was that incident?
He was being served a disciplinary for an incident that happened the same day, maybe a couple hours before that. And he became very disrespectful, calling me out my name, and
Called you by your first name?
he was calling me out my name. He called me by my first name, and he started me into it.
What kind of things did he say?
Called me a dyke ass bitch. Excuse my language. Called me a dyke ass bitch. He told me he'll be home soon, and just threatened me to do
Disrespect.
Yeah.
You took it as a threat?
Yes, sir.
Did you feel threatened?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sorry you have to be here. I'll pass it to Sharon.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Mr. Hill, do you have any, let me, first, before you start asking questions, I want you to ask appropriate questions. Unlike what you've been doing before, do you have any questions of Officer Dudley?
I want to ask the first one,
I can't understand a word you're saying. Speak up loudly and clearly.
Professionally speaking, I want to ask you, when did you begin working at JCCL?
On the exact date?
Professionally speaking, I want to ask
July
you.
of 2023.
2023? Okay, so in the process when I first got to the facility, do you remember I was living in general population?
You were in medium custody. Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, and then in this process, I want to also ask you, what high school did you attend?
No, we're not going to ask personal questions about that.
Okay, do you know what high school I attended?
Yes, sir.
Did we attend the same high school?
We did.
Okay, did I date your youngest sister?
Objection, Your Honor. It's got nothing to do with the punishment phase, any kind of evidence or character evidence in this case.
Sustained.
I asked that because it was a conversation we had, and that's how I knew her. Because I dated her younger sister.
That's not going to be relevant. Ask something else.
Later. Sorry, I was being clear. In the idea of this, I know we had a situation. I remember walking up to you one time.
Objection to form the question and relevance, Your Honor.
Well, we don't know if it's relevant yet, but just ask the question. Don't tell the story first. Just ask the question.
I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
Would you say I thought the horse played with you one time?
Not that I recall.
So would you rather label that as more of a attack than horse playing?
What do you mean?
I remember you wrote me up one time. How many times have you written me up?
Too many to count.
Would you say I took the write-up serious?
Every time.
Would you say that I knowledgeably knew that the write-ups could be used against me?
You've mentioned it before.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Would you say that I have made jokes towards you that you haven't respected?
I wouldn't say jokes, but you have made statements that I deem
Okay.
disrespectful.
Let me ask you this. How many write-ups have you read on me?
You already asked that question.
Have you ever handed me a write-up while I was asleep?
No.
Okay. I remember I have over 14 write-ups by you.
What's the question?
And how many conversations have we had in the facility?
Multiple.
I disagree with it. How can I prove this?
Ask your questions, and then later, if you want to testify, you'll have that opportunity to tell your side of the story, and the jury will decide who to believe.
In the idea of these write-ups, does it say on these write-ups that these write-ups can be proven if seen on trial? Can they be proven beyond a reasonable doubt and defended against?
What do you mean?
I'm saying if you were to have written me up before and I said it wasn't true, could I prove it against you?
You go to
These write-ups, somebody know when to chill out.
You go to disciplinary court.
Okay. Now, in the process of going to disciplinary court, are you sent to the captain's office?
I'm not sure what they do disciplinary court at for maximum security inmates.
Now, is it true that you can have your disciplinary supposedly, let's use the word, not granted to you if you choose to say not guilty?
What do you mean not?
If you say, can you plead not guilty or guilty on the disciplinary write-ups?
Yes, yes, sir. You had to have.
Okay, now, these disciplinaries can affect you in court, so this leads to a question to say that if you say that I was guilty and I say I wasn't guilty, then you will usually side with officers.
No, sir. They do a pretty good job investigating the disciplinaries.
So would you say that all these times that you went in disciplinary, you had a camera on you?
In the ISO highway, yes, sir. They have cameras.
So all officers have cameras on in the facility.
Are you saying like if I have a body camera?
Have you had a body camera on?
No, no, sir.
Okay. But how many of these write-ups can you prove that the write-ups had some sort of footage or proof?
We don't have cameras inside of the cell, but whenever you go to disciplinary court, they do actually. I don't know what you say at disciplinary court, but they do actually.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna do too much.
No more questions? Thank you. Any other questions, Mr.
About
Nichols?
this ordinance, Your Honor, it hasn't changed.
Thank you, Officer Dudley. You're excused. Thank you very much. Mr. Nichols?
Can I approach real quick?
Sure. And just for some scheduling purposes, and it's been a very long day as well, we're going to go ahead and break for the day. We'll get started tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Please keep in mind all the instructions you were previously given. If everyone else would please remain seated, you're excused until tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Oh my God. The penalty phase is going into tomorrow. How many more people can we have say he jerked off in front of him? I thought this thing would be done at noon today. I don't know, but that was my guess. I had the first day from yesterday that Brecken put together for me. I thought,
All right, let the
I'll-
record reflect the jury's outside the presence of the courtroom. Mr. Nichols and Mr. Smith, I have emailed you both a new copy of the court's proposed charge that includes the extraneous offense paragraph on page 2. Mr. Hill, I have a written copy for you. On page 2, I've made a mark by the new paragraph. It is the only change that I've made in that document compared to the one that you were given earlier today. Is there anything else that we need to take care of before we break for the day, Mr. Nichols? Is there anything, Mr. Hill, that you need to talk about before we break for the day and start tomorrow morning?
No, ma'am.
Okay, court will be in recess until tomorrow at 9.
Oh my God. All right, let me see here. What a freaking mess. That was, although, I mean, it was long, but it was one of the funniest trials I've ever seen. I think I can do it tomorrow morning or whatever. I don't know how long it's going to go. How many more witnesses do we have? He's throwing poo at people. He's jerking himself off in front of people. He stole his girlfriend's gun and shot up her grandma's car with it. I mean, who hasn't been there, honestly? And then we got, and then Officer Boutte shows up, spelled B-O-U-T-T-E-E. No, I don't know. There's no good way to pronounce it. I'm stuck now. I think I will do it unless I have a conflict, in which case I didn't check. I didn't clear Thursday morning for this. Oh my God. I was not ready. But yeah, we've come this far. We haven't come as far as the defendant, but we've come a long way. It's a reenactment of my life, yes. Yes, it's just a dramatic reenactment. Done by Disney, of course. Oh, there we go. All right. We'll see tomorrow. I mean, he's going away. Like, nothing has gone well for him. Nothing. Which cracked me up. Judge West, she's awesome. She's done a great job with the trial. She's always awesome. She's an excellent judge. She's fair. She's straight to the point. But I had to laugh. I mean, what else are you going to say? She has to use English, right? But she very seriously tells him to be appropriate. I'm like, he does not understand the English language. He doesn't know what that word means. He can't pronounce it. He doesn't have the cognitive ability to process. Like, if someone gave him the definition, he also wouldn't understand the words in the definition. If he did figure it out, he wouldn't follow the instruction. I mean, there's nothing you can do. And I could see her brain calculating. I could see her expressions is just all over her face. You can see her thoughts like bubbles coming out of her. You can see she's thinking, can I just hold him in contempt, or can I just have him like go back to the cell? She's like, no, I'm not quite there yet. He hasn't thrown any poo in the courtroom today. and she's like, I'm stuck. And this guy's getting rung up. The jury already found him guilty. Everything that's happened since that has made him the least sympathetic defendant possible. She's like, oh, what am I going to do? Threaten him with contempt? This guy is going away forever. He doesn't care. I think that's the one thing this guy got right is I think he went all in knowing he had no chance. I do think he perceived that. Dumb as he is, I think he knew he had zero chance and just you know, the Darrell Brooks thing. Just make a circus of going down because you get some attention because he's pathetic. That's the last time anyone will ever hear from him. I mean, you know, it's an aggravated robbery case. I mean, that's serious, but like he'll get out. He's not going to get a life sentence. I mean, he'll get out for 15 minutes, commit another crime, and go back in. Oh yeah, and some woman dated him. Oh, we saw her. It happened. Well, there you have it. Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it. I will see you all soon.